Right. Then let's look at how to choose a life partner. Number one, choose a person of like faith. Right. Don't choose a stranger. Choose a person of like faith. Yes. Choose a person of like faith. Now, all things being equal, myself, I usually advise, try to get married to someone whom you go to the same church. Now, you may ask me, but yourself, you married a stranger, or not a stranger, someone from outside the church. Yeah. See, there was a reason. It's very difficult to look at Manawe Sangano and then try to change her into a wife. It's very, very difficult. You get the point? Yes. If I'm your pastor, to try and then change you to be a wife becomes very hard. Yes, for me, it was a little bit harder to look at people that I was pastoring and see a wife. Yeah, I would see Vanavangu. You get the point? Yes. Yeah, I would see Vanavangu. So it was one of, but I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done. But personally, for me, that's what I would say. But try to choose someone of like faith. Then also be directed by God. Yes. Then also number 3, choose a friend, a person who is a friend. Yes. Over and above all things, brothers and sisters, Mchato is nothing else other than just having your best friend. Yes. The person who, personally, I say, when the West has come to the West, worry not about the looks of a person. Oh, she has blue eyes, I like her eyes, I like the way he winks and whatever. All those things, they are not that important. What is important is this my friend? And many times I've seen people that are married and they are not best of friends. And you'll find Baba goes out of his way, right, to go and look for a friend whom at times they were together, yeah, and she becomes a second wife or a small house and the like. So what is important is try to look for a friend whom you look at it. And a friend, generally, you don't look for them. You develop friendship. You just get the shock of your life. I'm friends with this person. And that is it. And usually that's the person to marry. And then also choose a person who is well spoken of. As Timothy was well spoken of. Then choose a person who shares your vision. And then choose a person with a great testimony in God's house. And then choose a person who can serve. Who can serve. Right. I want just to say to you, Guti, it's important to choose a person who is able to serve. Who is able to serve. Yes. Very, very important. Myself, I get touched every time that I see girls cleaning toilets. Yes. And I take note to who is cleaning toilets. When I go for my rural conferences, one of my favorite spots is to go kunobi kwakuya. I try to ask myself who is cooking, and I try to ask myself who is cleaning dishes. And and many times I always say you never go wrong with a person who serves. Yes, you never go wrong with a person who serves. You never. But panevamwe who don't serve, they don't clean dishes, they don't do anything in church. Vanongo gara. And they're like, some years ago there was a guy who used to come and stand at the back. I go mira kafika with my dark glasses. When we were worshiping God, I go mira. And they're like, when we were dancing, I go mira. And they're like, so Nina used to stand up front. And they're like, so one day a certain lady then came and said, Rev, I'm in love with who? I got you with that guy. I told you no. She insisted, and one day she comes and tells me I'm 3 months pregnant. But with who? But with that guy. Yeah. That disaster, something else. When a person just stands, does not even lift her hands, does not dance, does not even do it, we are playing with fire. Yeah. Did you hear what I said? That was it. So I then tried to get that person to confess his sin in church. Couldn't work. He refused. And that was the beginning of the fall of the marriage. They waited in court, but they went through a divorce. And that is it. So don't do Zunzana.